watching this, whatever. It's morning for me. Getting this in real quick before I have to work. Welcome back to Casey's Corner. I'm Casey. It's my little corner of the world. I wanted to talk about, I've promised this forever. This is my my fire, my ritual fire skirt. I'm gonna try and drop in like some photos of this of me out in the world with it, and if I can, if I find them and stuff. But this thing, I just wanted to talk about this because, one, it's a witchcraft. This is something I've worked on for, I think, 7 years now, maybe 6. Anyways, it's been a while, and I get this thing, I get so many compliments on it every year. It's since I started making it and stuff, no matter what stage it's been in, because it's been in a lot of stages. So this dress, it was a dress. It started out, and maybe I'll find, as just a long, maxi red dress with spaghetti straps and this top bit. And I wore it, kind of because of the red, because I really associate with fire a lot, and do, like, that's just kind of my, like, more natural inclinations, a lot of fire magic. It kind of became like my ritual wear. Just red was one of the things I like to wear. So I wore the red dress to my dedication ceremony when a local circle helped me do after my personal year in a day study that, like, I challenged myself to do when I wanted to, like, re-dive back into my practice after so many years of turmoil and stuff and not being able to focus on that, just trying to survive. I did that, and found a local circle that ended up having a dedication ceremony for me, and when I dedicated myself, like, officially to the Hedgewitch path, which, again, it's not necessary. None of that was necessary. Some of that was it was something else. Like, I'll talk about it in a whole other video, I suppose. But the work I did was valuable to me, and my personal, like, experience of that, like, regardless of whatever happened later with that circle, because it did not end well right after that. But I guess that was just what I needed at the time. And that dress, while it was, it meant something a lot to me, that night it had gotten a burn in it. So I needed to change things up. That is what one of these holes in the front, they were burns originally. So that's kind of what started that aspect of it, was, well, I need to do something with these holes. And I guess I wasn't smart enough to figure out. I've seen a lot of videos since then of, like, repairing holes or mending holes with, like, making little flowers or whatever. Instead, I made, like, a skirt thing that I could bunch up. And so I snipped off the tops. I sewed on the back some ribbons, and these are actually, I don't think these are the original ribbons. I do think I may have, no, I didn't. And these were just, like, scrap ribbons I had lying around, like, from, I think they were, like, bundles of fabric that had been tied up in this. And then, like, a few years later, I added these little dangly bits, I think 2 years ago, if I was too muffled for that. But yeah, so I did that first, and added, that first year was this orange bit of flame on the bottom. And the ribbons and stuff. And these ribbons on the side, so there are 4 sets. There are the orangey ones on the side because I wanted like flickers of flame. You know, when it's down, it's, you know, you see flashes of the orange and the red. I kind of wanted that to be flickers of flame. Plus, these were just like the ribbons I had lying around the house. You know my motto. Don't spend no money if you got it lying around the house. And, oh no, I got caught. So anyways, I'm gonna be replacing these ribbons next as soon as I find the right ribbons. They're pretty thin, and they, I wasn't sure about the length of them or what I would be needing, so I just went with, you know, longer. And I kind of just like measured it all the way out once it's like full extension. But I think they're still a little bit long for that. Anyways, and then that first year, it was the bottom was still just all the way around this back hem. But I got another burn in the bottom of it, and I needed to cut that off for the front part. And so I decided the next year to add another layer of, on the inside. No, it was the year after that I added the inside layer. And then the following year, so this was year 1, hold on. Bear with me, guys. First orangey layer. Year 2 was that yellow bit on the inside, I believe. They could have been done at the same time. They were done at the same time. Never mind. Touche. I should have mapped this out better before I got on here, but whatever. And then the next, you know, year or so was, you know, adding this bit on the bottom and cutting out the bottom. And then once I had that bottom, I was like, well, that's not enough. I want more. So I did this next layer of flames moving up. And, you know, and you can kind of see through the progress, you know, how my own, you know, stitching, this was done like in a hoop, freehand, you know, embroidery, and just learning my back stitches and stuff, which I guess is, and it's so forgiving when you're doing like flames, because flames can go anywhere. You know, they're, you know, they're whatever, they're movable. So that was like so much more forgiving than trying to do a straight hem on that cloak I've been working on forever. It's only been a few weeks. It's fine. I'm almost done with it. So I added that next layer, and every year I do these layers. Oh gosh, I'm so far into the video, and then I say like the most important part is it's around Beltane. Beltane was when I did the dedication ceremony. Beltane is a very important holiday for me, because for me it's all about celebrating life, and I am so grateful I'm still alive. So that's a very important holiday for me. So every year around that time leading up into that, I work on this for like the month, and that's it. And then I wear it that year to, usually it is you know, just previous years it had been the Pagan Unity Fest, but we're moving, that's been moved to the fall. So it has been this past year. I didn't work on it during the pandemic year. Barely do anything that year, or the early pandemic year last year. But this year there was an outdoor May Day festival held by Hearth Wisdom Store that was you know, COVID protocol aware event that I that was outside, that I felt safe going to, and I went to that and it was awesome. But I wore this with its latest updates, and that's which were just, I didn't have a lot in me to do like another layer of flames or anything. Plus I really like where it's at right now down here. So I added these little bits you know, just flickery bits going up. So it's like, you know, you got the sparkly bonfire going. That's pretty much what this skirt is. You know, it's just, oh, and I forgot to mention, these are little citrine stones that I stitched on there in little glass beads to be, again, you know, part of the little sparkly bits of the fire. Like when I wear this, I love, you know, I'm always, you know, because why I wear them to those events is because they usually have open group rituals that are really awesome experiences, especially for me. Like, I grew up with a big family and a lot of community, but that was all Christian, and I'm not really welcome there as a witch. Go figure. But I found a whole other community, and with these open events at the DFW Pagan Unity Fest and the events Hearth Wisdom store holds and stuff these past 5 years. Actually, today is the anniversary of the very first class I went to at Hearth Wisdom store. It was a witch's ladder. I made a witch's ladder there, and it was after a Pagan Unity event, and I'd seen them there, and got the flyer and about their class and stuff, and decided to go. And it was a really great decision. I was really scared before then and stuff, so about, you know, my social anxiety was really, really bad, and that was kind of my way of like, you know, I really enjoyed my kind of exposure therapy. I'd made myself do volunteering at the Unity Fest, so this was like, I wanted to keep it going. I'm like, okay, well, here, what's a safe place to do that? A class. You're welcome there. It's you know, you're welcomed in, and it was a really awesome experience. And you know, so yeah, I just kind of went off the rails there. Anyways, so yeah, this is the hedge, you know, my Hedgewitch's fiery skirt that I work on every year. It's, you know, I like to see you know, I can see how I've grown over the years as far as my stitchery goes. The next updates will probably be redoing the ribbons or whatever. I still got the whole back side I could work on if I do want to bring the flames all the way around it. I could do that too. I don't know where it's going next. I think that's kind of one of my favorite things about this, is it does help me spark, you know, keep that fiery spark going in me, that creative passion. Each year I kind of get to refresh it working on this thing, and then wearing it, and then talking about it with people who are like, oh, that's a really nice skirt. Did you make that? And I'm like, yeah, a little bit every year. And so yeah, thanks so much for, I'm gonna go ahead and end this now. I'm terrible at ending these things, but thank you so much for watching. This has been Casey's Corner. Like, share, and subscribe, all that fun stuff, and check out my other videos. I'm gonna be doing more What Makes a Hedgewitch videos, because I know it's more than just not being about hallucinogenics. I mean, that's a thing for some people, but anyways, go check the videos out. When I figure out how to do the drop-ins, I'll do that too, for the linky things. Otherwise, just, it's on my thing, and I'll probably do the link in the description. That's the word I was looking for. So yeah, this is it. I'm ending now. Bye, y'all.